Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special series of Angels and Astrology. I'm Jacqueline Kuhn with JacquelineKuhn.com, powered by angels. I am claircognizant, clairsentient, and clairaudient. I get downloads, I hear things, and I read energy. And my dog has just finished her dinner and is now sitting here licking my hand. So if you see my actions move, it is because my little dog is now wanting my attention the minute this started. So isn't that the way things go? Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for those who are here live with me. We are going to talk about the solar eclipse and Mercury retrograde and the archangels that will help us out during this very, very interesting time, Ariel, Raziel, and Metatron. But before we do, for those of you who are new to watching the video, a little bit about the archangels. And a reminder and a refresher for those of you who are my regulars, there are 15 archangels. 3 are the overseers. They're like the managers of the archangels. That is Michael, Raphael, and Haniel. Divine masculine energy in Michael, divine female energy in Haniel, and divine healer in Raphael. All of the other archangels are associated with zodiac signs. We are in the sun sign of Aries, and that is Archangel Ariel. The archangels and their energy and their gifts complement the energy of the zodiac. So knowing who your archangels are, what your astrology is, really helps you, especially in times like this when we are in a retrograde and the energy is all wonky. You can have a team of divine angels and spirits to really help you out. A little bit about angel numbers. So we're doing this today on angel number 4-5 day, kind of purposely to be honest. I know the solar eclipse is Monday, but I chose 4-5 because the angel number for today is made up of number 4, which is foundations and the basics, and 5, which is growth and change. Unlike numerology, we don't add it up. So the angel number for today is not 9, it is 4-5. And we could even carry it out further and go 4-5-2024. But since we are in 2024, that part of angel number for the year doesn't change. So we really look to what is the angel number for the day. Today, as we go through the deck, and the energy of the day is all about thinking about where has your growth, spiritual or intellectual, where is it intersecting or conflicting with your basic beliefs, with your foundations, or with those who form your tribe, right? Your foundational group of people. Where are they in sync? And today's a really good day to think about and maybe even journal, what do I need to make sure of that as I grow and change, all the foundations of my life are supporting the change. So it's almost like, you have a house, and instead of moving, you've decided you want to redecorate or add a room. Is the foundation of that house adequate to do that, to add a room, to add a second floor? Or do you need to do something to improve the foundation, or is it not possible and you need to move? And so as we grow and change, we have foundations in our life. We have people, we have beliefs. They may get challenged. They may tweak as we become more in tune with the spiritual. Some of our wants and needs that are material may go away. We may not need all the storage space we have and lots of other things. So today's a day for really thinking about that. Where has growth and change intersected with your foundations? And where are they complementing each other, and where aren't they? And in places where they aren't, what do you need to do to kind of get back on track? And it's really good to do this right now, especially during a Mercury retrograde, where we're rethinking, revisiting, revising, to creating plans for making those tweaks and changes. So we're comfortable in our spiritual growth. We're comfortable in how our growth is impacting the rest of our lives. So that's 4-5 day. That's today. And we're going to talk about a lot of interesting things that, and energy, as well as some messages that I got for today through the 18th when I come to you live again. Angel number 4 is also about nurture. Nurture, Archangel Ariel, Mother Nature, who nurtures us. You know, this is the time for taking care of all that you have. March is angel number 3, mind, body, spirit. Time to take care of yourself. April is about taking care of others. First half of the month, we are with Archangel Ariel, which is, you know, Mother Nature. She is divine earth. She is here to help us with all matters of the earth that we need to nurture, whether it's people, whether it's starting our garden, whether it's our jobs, whatever it is, our pets, anything of this earth. So think of April as your month to put a little extra effort into nurturing the people, places, and things that are of this earth that are around you. And keep that in mind as we kind of go through some of the challenges of the astrological happenings that are going on, and how can you nurture others and take care of others and maybe even help others through what is happening. Archangel Ariel is our archangel for Aries through the 18th of the month. If some of you are getting that nesting kind of energy, I know in the spring we also tend to kind of get more like cleaning energy, like cleaning the home, cleaning the outside, all those nesting tendencies. If you think you're overdoing it, if you need some help, Archangel Ariel is there to help you through this nesting, nurturing energy that is also kind of conflicting with this retrograde. So if you're thinking, well, gosh, I 3 years ago I did it one way and it's not working now. The 3 years I did it one way is the retrograde getting into your head. It's not working now is, hey, Archangel Ariel, help me find a way to make it work today, because 3 years ago was 3 years ago, right? So Archangel Ariel, help me figure out how to work through things now, because our minds through a retrograde, we're rethinking what was done before that worked or that didn't work, maybe trying to repeat it, and that might not be working for us all at the very moment. For those of you who may have watched the Archangel Ariel season video from a couple of weeks ago, really these are ways to talk to Archangel Ariel, to ask for her help, particularly for resources. And I use that word very deliberately. We know that there are a lot of folks out there who are struggling with resources, money, food, etc. The abundance that Archangel Ariel can help you receive is real. And so if you are struggling, ask her for help. Thank her for providing help to you and your family for the resources that are needed. That is absolutely and a very appropriate way to use Archangel Ariel's help, because that's what she's really here for. So if there's any questions along the way, for those of you who are live, just please put something in chat or take yourselves off mute. I will remain on camera. I'm not going to put you on camera, so you're not being recorded, so no worries there. But just let me know if you have any questions as we start diving into some of the astrology. We all may know right by now that Mercury will remain retrograde until about the 24th. There is a shadow period, so we're probably going to still see the effects through the end of the month even, right? So this is a long haul. We're in this one for the long haul. To add a complication to it, today Venus enters Aries, and on top of that, on Monday, we have our total solar eclipse in Aries and the beginning of a new moon phase. So there's a lot of energy shifting and swirling right around now. And we're going to talk about all of that. The first one is the Mercury retrograde. And a couple of weeks ago, we talked about it and how to kind of get ready for it. Now that we're in it, Aries is the sign of action, right? Aries is a doing action kind of energy. Mercury retrograde is a take a step back and whatever, right? Revisit, reflect, reconnect, refrain, right? And when you have the action energy of Aries, but this retrograde energy that wants you to revise and look at things, it really can be frustrating and in the end lead people to impulsiveness as well as impatience. And I do have a client that was about to impulsively buy a car, and I'm like, absolutely do not go buy a car right now. That is completely and totally impulsive. Wait till after the 24th, right? So those impulses that you have right now, that the energy that maybe pulling you to do things that are out of character for you and those that are around you, that is the effect of Mercury retrograde in Aries. Mercury is a very precise, very detailed, fastidious planet, right? It's the ruler of Virgo, of which I am very high Virgo. And when in Aries, it's like everything needs to be done right. But when it's retrograde, it's second guessing. It's, oh, maybe I could have done it better if I do it again, right? It's all the re's. So if you are with people, if in your work situation, in your home situation, people can't finish things because they continue to kind of churn over getting things done, that is also Mercury retrograde energy. So it's really going to be important that you gently and kindly help people work through that. A couple of ways to potentially do that is working with Archangel Raziel. He is the archangel that helps with the review. He's the archangel for life review, reviewing what's happening, putting into perspective why things happen, helping you understand your dreams, right? He's the review archangel. So if you're stuck in a place, or if you live with people or work with people who are stuck reviewing things all the time, especially right now, asking for Archangel Raziel's help. Archangel Raziel, thank you for being with me and help me get out of this review cycle so that I and my peers, my partners, etc., can complete what we're trying to do, right? You can't continue to review things till the end of the month. Stuff has to get done. And so Archangel Raziel can help you with that. For the reflect, for people who are very introspective and are taking time to reflect, Archangel Metatron, as keeper of the Akashic record, knows where our souls were in the past. More importantly, know our soul's purpose in this lifetime. So as you go through the reflection of, what have I done to date? What do I need to do? How can I be better on my life's journey? That is Archangel Metatron, asking him, Archangel Metatron, thank you for helping me understand where my life's path has been, where I am going, and help point me in the directions of how to get there, right? So right now in the energy, Archangel Raziel and Metatron are really two archangels that can help you with that review and reflect energy that a lot of people are finding themselves in, maybe a bit overwhelming, and they may feel stuck. And those two archangels can help you through that. The reconnect, I don't have a picture and I don't have the archangel on the deck, but Archangel Raguel is our archangel for connecting us to people. So if you're getting very wistful and if you're trying to reconnect with folks and you know, get closure on things, or maybe, you know, kind of settle some arguments from the past, Archangel Raguel is the archangel to help you do that. He can help connect you with people and help you in approaching them in a loving way to resolve whatever conflict you need to resolve. And then the refrain, while there really is no particular archangel to help you give patience, I would really just always rely on Archangel Michael to just please protect me as I go about making my decisions and as I go about my life. Help me be safe and safe in what I am doing, right? So while there is no particular archangel for the refrain, Archangel Michael is always there to protect us in whatever we are doing. So hopefully this may give you a little bit of a framework of how to kind of work through some of the behavior and energy as we go through this Mercury retrograde. The other thing that I want to kind of talk about is other ways to keep the right mindset during this extended retrograde period. Cleanse and detox, right? So chakra cleansing, a detox, fasting, right? Keeping your body and mind and spirit clean and clear. And you know, cleansing yourself every night before you go to bed, and you know, maybe it's a sage clearing or a Palo Santo, whatever is your way of cleansing and clearing. The more you do that, the easier it is for you to deal with the challenges and the obstacles that will happen during this energetic period. Being outdoors, connecting with nature, connecting with the outdoors helps keep us grounded. And that's the other thing, ground yourself. But it really helps us get a whole new perspective. Just going for a walk, even if it's around the block, it doesn't have to be a long hike, it doesn't have to be miles. Just go outside and be active, do something, get some fresh air, get some sunshine, and just kind of take in the nature. I mean, we are under Archangel Ariel now, right? And that's Mother Nature. So go outside and take advantage of what Mother Nature has brought. Now, some of us are in climates where the weather is a bit iffy, but if you can, really going outside will help, especially when we're stressed, right? It just helps us to get some balance. Real important during stressful times to be healthy, eat healthy, get your sleep, try not to numb with things like alcohol, or you know, non-prescription medications. It's really important in stressful times that you are fundamentally healthy, because if you go into it healthy, you have a much easier defense system to remain healthy and to not get sick because of the stress or because of what else is going on. So during any retrograde, but particularly the longer one we're going through now, try to, you know, eat a little healthier, cut down on the sugar, cut down on the alcohol, whatever it is, to just kind of tweak your diet to be healthier overall. And then grounding yourself. When we're not grounded, we can overreact very significantly, in fact, or we can feel extremely overwhelmed and out of balance, and we can sometimes exaggerate what is happening, right? Not being grounded really disconnects our body and soul from the earth. And in order to lead a stable, balanced life, we need to remain grounded. So walking outdoors is a grounding, or if you can't get outdoors, simply sitting in a quiet meditation, envisioning your feet on the ground and then below the ground, like envisioning it actually like up to your ankles in dirt, and connecting with that ground, making sure that your root chakra is aligned, that your root chakra is cemented into the ground. I do have free grounding meditations and chakra cleansing meditations on both my YouTube page and my website. So if you are looking for something like that, I do have free ones out there. If you can just JacquelineKuhn.com or Jacqueline Kuhn on YouTube. Please avail yourself from that, because these are all ways that as the energy, the mishaps, things that go haywire happen, we are in a better place to deal with it. And as I continue to say, and I'm going to be a broken record, if we cannot control the outcome, we can control our reaction. And that's what we really want to focus on, is controlling our reaction. Any questions, comments, please chime up. So I'd be more than happy to answer anything from those folks who are live. Okay. So Venus enters Aries today and remains here through the end of the month. Why is this important? Venus is the planet of passion. Aries is the planet of action. So it's going to bring passion and fire, particularly to relationships. And I shouldn't say but, I should say, and during a retrograde, it may start giving ideas to take up with an old relationship. It may actually make a former partner in the past look better than they really were. You may be like, oh wow, so and so, and not think clearly about the reason why the X is an X, right? So expect for people to be more passionate in general as Venus enters Aries. Expect more people to, defend themselves passionately, react to things more passionately. And during a retrograde, don't be surprised if an X pops up wanting to get in touch, maybe revisit your relationship, or if in your dream world, in your subconscious state, in your dreams, all of a sudden X's start popping up. Venus entering Aries within a retrograde is going to exhibit itself in that kind of behavior. So that is the why if you're experiencing any of those things. Now for what everybody's been talking about is this solar eclipse that comes on Monday. So really what is it and what's going to happen? So a solar eclipse is basically when, the moon, I think I have these slides out of order, right? There it is. I clicked too soon. So it's really when the moon covers the sun, it eclipses it, right? So it completely covers the sun. So from the earth, the sun and the moon look like one, like a big black dark ball of fire. There are some myths that are out there. The most common ones are that, pregnant women can cause birth defects if they're in the direct path of a solar eclipse. The moon is actually turning black, that an eclipse is an omen of impending doom. Even though I'm a spiritualist and I truly believe in supernatural energy, none of this is really true. It is just it has impacts, don't get me wrong, but it is a normal path that the moon takes every X amount of years. I don't know exactly how many. And so these are myths, so don't worry if any of these things were things that were concerning you. It's not true. What will happen though, depending on how close you are to the eclipse, things were going to look different. When we lose the light of the sun, Reds and oranges kind of will look more dark and very, very muted, almost like this picture. But purple, blue, and green will brighten, right? So the sky is gonna look brighter. The blue in the sky will look brighter and may even take on a purpley tinge. If your grass is green, it's going to look more neon. So it's because of the absence of light, colors are going to look differently because our retinas are going to adjust to that absence of light. It is going to be quick. I think there's I pulled this out because I had someone go, oh my God, like how long am I going to have to, sit in my house and not go outside? And because if I look at it, my, eyeballs will burn. I'm like, it lasts like 4.5 minutes. It goes quickly, right? The moon moves quite fast. It's going to start in Mexico around 12:07. That sounds very exact, but 12:07 Central Time is when it's expected to start in Mexico. It's going to travel up through Texas, the Midwest, and then through up to Canada. Literally take the entire path of North America in 4.5 minutes. So if you are in any of those states in the path between 12:07 and 12:15, you are going to experience some kind of visual distortion because of this. If you are outside of the path of the eclipse, you may also see visual distortion, but it won't be as intense. But again, 4.5 minutes. So if you blink, you could miss it. Don't worry about that. There is a bit of astrology, though, about a solar eclipse. When the sun is blocked by the moon is the moon regulates our energy, right? And the moon is actually the regulator of water, and human beings, our bodies are filled with so much water that we are absolutely impacted by moon cycles. And so when the moon does this eclipse of the sun, it actually absorbs that light of the sun, and we feel energy, enthusiasm, almost hyperactivity. With Mercury retrograde, however, that energy is probably going to be best channeled, or you feel like channeling it into a second chance, into doing something again, starting all over, right? And so for Monday, to best leverage the energy of the solar eclipse, ask yourself, what would I like to do over? And journal about how you would do that. The energy of the solar eclipse on Monday is absolutely going to bring to light how you might be able to do that. Let's see. Lori from the East Coast, doing a lot of clutter clearing, letting go of what no longer fits, downsizing. Yeah. We live on the East Coast. You felt the earthquake today? Oh yeah. The earthquake, in fact, there was also one in Taiwan. It's not uncommon for earthquakes to happen around eclipses. The energy, that high energy of the moon, it does rattle the earth. So it's not uncommon when you look at the history of eclipses to have earthquake activity in around eclipse time. So those of you who are anywhere near faults, just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, the one in New York was quite a shock to most people. 4.8, that's not insignificant, right? So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Lori. And so as Monday approaches, well, what would you like to do over? You're going to get the energy to be able to do that, and to think that it's possible. And so, maybe around midday, when the eclipse is coming through the North America directly, make a note to kind of sit back in meditation, and instead of looking to see the color effects of the outside, how can I take in that energy? And what is it that I might really want to try to do over? Because there are many things that maybe we let go of, or that we didn't that we failed at, that we're trying to correct. Now's a really good chance to kind of identify that, and maybe put some plans in place for that. Okay. I did ask for some channeled messages. I pulled three cards. Literally only three cards came up for the period between the 5th and the 18th, but a lot of ideas and a lot of messages came up. And I think the you can certainly read what's on the screen here, but I think what needs to be said at this point in time is we are all called to act like the divine beings that we are. We are divine because we were made by the divine. We all have souls that are divine, right? Our bodies are our bodies, but our souls are made by the Creator, and they are divine. We are all called specifically during this period to begin to live better by divine law, to have integrity in all of our actions, to make sure we are not being hypocritical, to make sure that we are in lockstep with our conscience. And in a retrograde period when we're revisiting things is also a great time to heal ourselves and forgive ourselves for things we may have done that we're not as proud of, right? No one is perfect, and we're all on this journey, but the energy from the 5th through the 18th is really calling us to kind of revisit where we are in our lives. And are we really living a life of divine law, of a good, clean spirit, avoiding evil, being good to each other, no judgment, right? All of those things that make us as human beings the guardians of the light, right? And so I am getting all kinds of people contacting me with angel numbers and messages, and they're really beginning to flood in, and we're seeing an awful lot more angel number energy happening. And that is really because the divine, angels are divine, right? The divine are trying to send us messages that we need to get back to being better people. The Two of Water was one of the cards that was pulled, and that is all about how do you make amends with people, right? How do you forgive people for what they may have done to you and not hold grudges anymore? The Unity card, Archangel Sandalphon, being more spiritual and connecting with the spirit. And then the Sun card is, you know, if you do that, if you live your life in a spiritual way by divine law, being good to others, having integrity in all of your actions, you will succeed. You will have abundance. Life will be good. And I think that's the message right now, because the energy out there at the moment, you've got the retrograde energy, you've got the Pluto's in Aquarius energy, you've got all kinds of conflicting energy with people wanting I energy, me energy, it's just, there's a lot out there. And so we are all being called as individuals to kind of go, wait a minute, we need to take ownership of our actions and be more spiritual as individuals, and kind of, let those who want to poison their souls go out and say bad things about others, do harm to others, purposely sabotage others. I'm hearing a lot of people, even in work situations, where people are sabotaging people directly. Like, no, we have none of that. We have no name calling, no backstabbing, no two-facedness. That is not what a community of light is all about. And that's what we're being called to really pay attention to now. At the end of this recorded message, for those of you who are here with me live, I also have some other insights that I don't want to put in a public forum like YouTube because they may be considered slightly controversial. I will share them with you in private when we come off. Another benefit of joining live. Any questions about the channeled messages before we move forward? All right. So mark your calendars. Thursday the 18th will be the next live event, and we're going to cover Taurus and Archangel Samuel and check in on how everyone's doing with Mercury Retrograde. And we have another big energy event coming on the 19th, 20th. Jupiter and Uranus conjunction with Taurus puts another twist on the energy this month. And we'll cover all of that on Thursday the 18th. So in the meantime, watch yourself, watch your spirit, keep grounded, do what is right, and let people who want to act in evil ways do that and be no part of it. If you are watching this video, please like it. If you've never subscribed to my YouTube channel, do so. And the minute a video lands there, you will be notified of it. Join the Facebook group and the Facebook page. I'm trying to come up with new and better ways to provide services, and we'll be soliciting feedback from the Facebook group on that. Know anybody who's local to Northbrook, Illinois? I will be doing a health fair on May 11th there. I did one up recently here up in Northbrook. Up in Rockford, rather. That was hugely successful. So I'm going to be going down to Northbrook. If you know anybody in the area, it's May 11th, and I will be there doing live readings and offering guardian angel guidance and all kinds of things. Nikki Hughes' Ignite Your Heart series is still active. It's live through the 8th. If you haven't signed up for it, you still can and have access to all the free videos and free gifts that her guests. My segment has already aired, but you can always get it if you sign up if you haven't already done so. With that, if there aren't any other questions that will go through the recording, I'm going to stop this recording. Thank all of you who are watching via video. Please connect with me at jacquelinekuhn.com. You can send me an email through there. You can find me on Facebook. It's my name, Jacqueline Kuhn. Powered by Angels is the Facebook group. More than happy to answer questions for you that way as well. I will now stop the recording, and we're going to do the off camera activities.